hold that commodity pricing, right? Because commodities go up and down, right? And you don't want to keep revisiting every time something goes down, you know, you could be asking for money back. Every time it goes up, you could be paying more money. So you kind of hope that over the course of the year or two, it all stays level, knowing that there's going to be ups and downs. But again, sometimes we would just call out, you know, anything really, really unique that had a difficult supply chain. And then you may ask to the supplier to obtain a certain amount of that raw material, you know, monitoring the shelf life, but always maintaining it so that you avoided some of those fluctuations.
Mm-hmm. So you guys did not actually have contracts where there was like true inflation pass-through with your suppliers?
We may do that at a very high level, not on an individual product level. So if we were buying, you know, X amount from a source, you know, they'd really have to substantiate what that cost increase was, because you would also look at, you know, well, if we grew your business 20%, you know, does that outweigh your 10% increase? You know, we'd have it was a lot of discussion, and there needed to be documentation on that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the corporation did take a strong stance about accepting any price increases.
Helpful. Yeah, no, super helpful. And then how, and so just to make sure I got it all, so the types of contracts, you had new products, paquettes, and then what was was there any other type of product?
Well, there was multiple products. I mean, I'm just mentioning a few. You know, the corporation, you know, would have, you know, cream filling contracts with a contract supplier,
Mm-hmm.
lipstick filling contracts with a lipstick filler. You know, there would be several different commodities.
Okay, but then generally, like, they were similar constructs, you'd say.
Yeah, similar thought process in developing those contracts.
And then who owned the IP in these relationships?
And if the supplier presented it to us, they owned it.
Okay.
I mean, but again, there would be sometimes there would be very high level agreements on certain products where maybe that IP transferred over after a certain number of years, but normally the supplier owned it.
Got it. Okay, helpful. And then how are capital costs sort of shared?
Well, it was, you know, we didn't really call that out. When there was a new project, there may be a capital expenditure, which we would call tooling, and we would manage it by project. If there was an ongoing contract with a supplier and, you know, new capital was needed, we would sit and review jointly, okay, what is this? What needs to be purchased? You know, what is your share? What is my share? Et cetera. So that was, it could be totally a supplier, it could be totally the corporation, or it could be shared.
Okay, got it. No, that's helpful. And then typically, what were the scenarios where the customer would have to pay, or the